North London is show 6. I'm Pete, and this is. Introduce yourself, mate.
Omari, Guna, number 1. Gosh.
Hopefully today we get some people on, and this will be an open show where anyone can join in the stream. Make yourself famous.
Yeah.
How you doing, son?
Good, mate, you?
Yeah, all right. Been gloating, yeah? Top the league and everything?
No, I'll keep it very cool and calm.
Oh, well, you're the only one then.
You got to keep it nice and calm.
Oh.
Let other teams think they've got a chance, and then that's the best way to be.
Arsenal Twitter at the moment is superb. It's just, it's joyous, full of joyous occasions. I've seen so much. I could be all night just talking about that.
Well, I've seen a few.
I've seen some crackers.
Before the Bournemouth game, Lacazette had scored again or something. I see a few tweets. Oh, Aubameyang scores, Lacazette scores. Maybe they weren't the problem. Fucking hell.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
What do you people want? Honestly.
Exactly. Where's that AFC TV guy?
Yeah, where's the Bournemouth keys? Yeah.
That the Bournemouth one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him. Oh, Dan's in.
Dan's in.
Giuseppe is in. Oh, here he is.
Raven's in.
Raven's in.
Go on, Raven.
Top of the league. Top of the league.
So how come you boys, Emma? I watched your game. Well, you were pretty naff, to be honest.
Oh, definitely. Well, remember I told you what that was going to be like. I said we'll when we was at the top up on that scissor lift.
Yeah.
That Wolves will be the better team. Have played a better football, but we'll just be more clinical. Yeah, we're good, Dan. How you doing, son?
All good, Dan. How can you not be good at this fine part of the season? That's it. One dimension.
Oh, he's off already. Yeah, I know. Look, do you know what? I ain't going to disagree with that. I think people know my feelings about how we're playing. I've made it pretty fucking obvious with tweets and Instagram posts and everything else. Not happy about me.
Anything you would say is they are doing the Conte way, innit? Just grinding out results. They're just getting the wins. You know, they're shit.
Yeah, but bad performances and good results they eventually go the other way. If you're playing well but you're getting bad results, then you just keep doing what you're doing, the results will come. And it works both ways. If you're playing bad and you get results, the results will come.
Yeah, I think as much as people say, oh yeah, you need to grind out games, you do, but eventually there comes a point where the grind stops, doesn't it? Yeah,
I mean, we had I had the same argument last season with Tottenham fans in WhatsApp group. It was about 60 people in it, and it got a bit fucking tasty at times. And everyone was saying the same thing: top the league, yeah, everything's great. We beat Man City, we beat I think Watford, no, Wolves, then Watford. But against Wolves, we absolutely annihilated off the pitch, and then against Watford, we were poor as well. And I was like, there's these performances, the chickens will come home to roost. You can't keep shitting your way to results. Eventually, it will come back. And I think the next 3 games got pumped. I think there was the 3 derbies when got pumped by Palace. I think pumped by Chelsea, then pumped by you lot when we went to your ground. Like, there you go. And then it just went. It never recovered after that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Is there comes even Kane. He's got a couple of goals, but he hasn't been playing well, is he?
No, but I don't think he's allowed to play well because of the way we play. It doesn't benefit.
He might as well not been on the pitch, mightn't he?
Yeah, well, try to turn that one out. You say that, it's like sacrilege if you say that. What? Golden boot last year.
I'm told he's world class.
Golden boot last year.
10 of them goals in the last 5 games, weren't they, last year? He scored loads of them.
Right, we've got 3 people in. Get in. Yeah.
Where's Giuseppe? Where's his Ronaldo?
You knew that was coming, mate.
Where is he?
He might jump in and give you two bobs worth. All right, lads, I'm going to put the link up in a sec. Yeah, just cut the rules. Yeah, you must be fully clothed when coming on. Yeah, yeah. No, sitting there with your top off. I know it's hot and all that. No, yeah.
I'm sitting there with anything else out either.
Yeah, don't be coming on getting your old boy out. Yeah, we're not interested in that. A, I don't have a Zoom function. B, you just get nicked because YouTube will find you, hack damn your IP, and then you'll be knocking at the door in the morning. And you explain to Mrs. why you was carted out in your pants by the old Bill. Because if you do something like that online, they'll be out the door like a rocket. If you burgle someone's house, you'll be all right. But if you get your boy out or misgender someone, then they'll be out the door like there's no tomorrow. Yeah. So no getting at your old boys. Let's keep it civil. It's banter. It's a laugh. Don't be coming on calling people. See you next Tuesdays and all that because I just boot you off. I can't be any fairer than that. Behave yourself. And we'll have a good.
Behave yourself.
We'll have a good laugh. Right. Let's get the link up. So what it is, I'll put the link in the chat. I will now. You then click on that link, fill out your name, make sure your name's there. It will come up in the little green room on my computer, and then I will add you to the stream if you want to come in. What I will say is before you click on that is we may do clips on this. So by coming in, you consent to any clips of your crust being put out on Twitter or Instagram, whatever. So I can't. Yes, Dan, I told Steve every time he's no matter what day I do the stream, he's out with his missus. Yeah, which is smell that. Yeah, yeah. I'm out Mondays. I'm out Tuesdays. I mean, they do well. Here he is. All right, let's add him in. The Raven is here.
Go on, the Raven.
There he is.
Hey,
hello, boys.
He's here.
Hey, mate.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. I've got to keep it. We've got to keep. Yeah.
If you've got us playing in the background, you've got to turn that down. Turn that off because it will just echo.
Sorry, boss. Sorry, boss.
That's all right. It's all right.
Sorry. Is that the last time you won a cup? Then, when you got that shirt on, is that to celebrate?
Yeah. How long have you been waiting to say that? Yeah.
That's a good show, boys. A pity no one else joins in though.
It's early days yet. We try.
We try. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you got to spread the word, mate. What's that?
I'm trying. Yeah, I've tried.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Problem is, there's so many of these now. It's like it's competition.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you have to spark up a bit.
That's why we did this. We thought we'd do something different than what everyone else is doing. Everyone just talking about their own club.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Well, this is what happens. So, well, what can I say? 3 games.
Top of the league, eh? Top of the league, eh? I got to work with this clown every day, so I got to put up with his face every day.
Really?
Yeah.
It brings a bit of excitement into your life, doesn't it?
I won't go that far.
Yeah, exactly right.
That far. Quite opposite, yeah.
I'll teach him a thing or two about football and all.
Yeah.
How long you supported? How long you supported that lot then?
Well, since I started playing football, really mid early 90s. I never used to like football when I was a kid. Hold up, we've lost someone. I was like, no, my connection.
And you haven't changed then?
Yeah, I was waiting for that one. Yeah, I walked straight into that one. Yeah.
Yeah. See, unfortunately, you're not as old. Well, fortunately enough for you two, you're not as old as me. I've seen some horror shows. So yeah, been years. I've supported Arsenal since '78.
Oh dear.
I'll get.
You have had a tough life, haven't you?
I have. Can't you see? Look.
I'm from the area, mate. So I grew up around them, surrounded by them.
Oh, really?
All my family are Gooners. I'm the odd one out.
Same with me. All my family were Tottenham as well.
Oh no.
Yeah. I went down that road. It's all good though. It's nice banter, and as you say, listen, it could be us two up the top there.
I think we're miles away from that.
I don't know. Liverpool. I mean, I don't know about miles. I think we're going to be there or thereabouts. I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I'm just saying that we're going to be there or thereabouts. I don't think there's a Man United to put on one show against their rivals. And to me,
that's the old all this Man United hype now. They was all right. They still could have drew that 2-2.
No, they played well. They were good to watch, but Liverpool had a lot of injuries, though, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean Liverpool.
I think what we saw there, we'll find out next week how good that is. Because look at Chelsea against us; they look amazing. And then last week against Leeds, they were pants. They get pumped 3-0.
I had to enjoy that. I was on holiday. I was in Morocco, and I had to enjoy sitting watching Chelsea Tottenham in the TV area, and it was full of Tottenham in there, and there was. Oh yeah, no, it was great for me. I loved every minute of it, especially when you equalised at the end when it shouldn't have been a goal. But we won't go into that. That was good fun. Yeah,
we'll take that.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Mate, I've sat in pubs full of Arsenal and watched Spurs Arsenal, mate. And being a fag paper, getting my head kicked in, but
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I seen a video earlier. The Arsenal fan in the Bournemouth end.
Oh yeah. Getting told to sit down and all that.
Yeah, he was pissed out of his face when he was loving it.
I don't understand how people still do all that, but still I don't understand violence. But that's neither here or there, is it really?
Same. I've been to Arsenal. I've had wine thrown over me from above and coins dashed across the fucking. I've had that one. I think they moved us now because it used to be side by side. Like, whenever it's only like a bit of like one black foot, one chair, like one row of the old black felt. People used to get the old pound coin and fucking wallop and then dash it across. Fucking walk.
Listen, I've survived many enduring time when Tottenham used to come in the North Bank. Believe me, that wasn't very pleasant. Tottenham, West Ham, Chelsea, back in the day, they used to come in the North Bank. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, that wasn't nice at all. When you get attacked from both sides of the North Bank, in those days, everyone just walked in through the turnstile. We didn't, it didn't matter who you were. And it was Tottenham, the Barmy Army. Tottenham, we're the Barmy, Tottenham Army. Yeah, that was it. Nasty. Yeah. Nasty boys they were. But they still are.
I used to say about that when the end of a game, they used to straight over the advertising audience, straight up to the away end or the home end, and just see as far as they can get, basically.
Yeah. It was good to watch, but not to be involved in.
Yeah.
It was all good to when you watch from afar. It was always good to see, but
it's always good watching them from a distance.
Yeah.
It's like it still happens now. They let the Gooners out, and then they go down Seven Sisters where the old Bill are. As soon as the old Bill only goes so far, then that's it. They're waiting for him.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm not a fan of it. I don't condone it. I think it's stupid. Grown men fighting over football's a bit much.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sad. It's a culture, isn't it, in this country?
You can have a rivalry. Don't get me wrong. For 90 minutes, I'll call him every cunt under the sun. A day as well. But it is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's rivalry and it's in your blood, isn't it? That you go to these games and you support. But when it gets stupid when it goes too far, when people want to have a fight with it. It's I don't know at the moment. We shall see. I don't know whether we're going to get any more signings in.
Hold up, we've got Giuseppe in, even it up. Giuseppe.
What's up, boys?
Here he is.
How is everybody?
How you doing? Giuseppe lives
Cristiano fan club.
We've gone international.
I got my Portugal flag right in the back. See that? Scarf right there.
That's it.
What flag is it?
2 minutes and we've already opened up a Portuguese branch.
Oh, right, okay. That's all right. Well, Arsenal buying up loads of Portuguese anyway.
I had to come on here and defend my buddy Ronaldo. I knew Harry was going to start trashing himself.
I told you he's been waiting for him, mate.
I said, before I cook dinner for my family, I got to come on here and I got to hear this out.
He's been waiting.
You've been waiting for what?
Take the piss out. Giuseppe loves Ronaldo. So I think he's finished. He's gone.
Did you see, it was very funny yesterday on Sky Sports when Ronaldo came up to Gary Neville and they're all standing talking, and he came up to he shook hands with Gary Neville, gave him a hug, and then Jamie Carragher, who just walked past, just completely blanked him. It was so funny. He just blanked him, walked up to Roy Keane, and just completely blanked Jamie Carragher. It was so funny. He was just standing there going.
I'd have checked for his wallet as well when he walked on the way back, mate.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
He's got something up his sleeve. He's got something up his sleeve.
He's going to say something. Is it in 12 days or something? He's going to.
Yeah, if you follow
window,
if you follow a lot of the Portuguese media, he supposedly there's something
for obvious reasons.
Yeah, there's something going on. We don't. Even Bruno Fernandes, I believe, said something after the game and kind of referenced to it yesterday.
Is he going to come out as non-binary or something?
Yeah, maybe. But he said something about Ronaldo and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens with him. I personally was not impressed with Man United yesterday. So
he wasn't.
No.
I wasn't. I thought you look at that Liverpool team; they're missing Jota, Nunez.
Oh yeah,
Thiago.
So you got to take advantage, innit? Yeah, I think people get carried away on that.
Too.
Yeah, people get carried away on that performance. So I said on any given day, anyone could beat anyone. It's always the rule.
Yeah, don't you hate it when people get carried away?
Arsenal fans, yeah.
The media are the worst for that. So all last couple of weeks have all been on United. Rubbish they are, which they are, but not. I haven't heard one thing about Liverpool today. No,
never start. As I say, never start at Liverpool, do they?
Yeah, I've not heard one thing.
No.
They never give Liverpool any grief whatsoever. It's always this, that, and the other.
But the one thing I would say about Liverpool, the similar with City last season and the season before, is they always started badly, but then they would put 10, 15 wins together in a row. I can't see this Liverpool side putting 15 wins together. They got miles off it.
You'd be surprised how quick it can change, though, doesn't it? Just 1 or 2 wins. It depends what they do in the window yet.
Well, Liverpool won't sign him. They've never got any money, have they?
Well, they just spent 80 million on one geezer.
Yeah,
that's all they do.
He wants to go around fucking nutting people.
I think would you guys agree that after just 3 games, it's pretty clear that I think City's just that much better than everybody else. I don't really see anybody really competing with them this year.
No, I don't.
I think even sort of hard.
They always start slow, City, every year, but then when they get going, they're just like 10 wins in a row, as Harry said, and you're like, well, 1 minute.
Apart from when they play you lot.
Yeah, we seem to have their number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, did you guys see that? There was a stat going around during their game that their last home loss is versus Tottenham, and their last away loss is versus Tottenham.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Or vice versa. I probably said that wrong in English, but like they're home and away.
Yeah,
the only team that beat them twice.
Yeah.
Isn't there something stupid like during the Tottenham City games, City shots are like 190 odd with like 50 on target, and Tottenham's are about 15.
It's like the Alamo every time we play it, mate. It's all hands to the pump.
One shot, one goal, that'd do.
That's it. That's all you need, mate. That's all you need. Well, we do seem to have their number. When we lose them, though, we normally get tonked. We either beat them or we take a tonking. Very rarely do they scrape a 1-0.
No, definitely
like 3-1 or 4-1.
Definitely our bogey team.
A bit like you lot when they turn up, then there's pump you lot, don't they? They love pumping you lot.
Yeah, we normally,
Oh, yeah. You really pumped us for the last 20 odd years. Yeah, you're right. Pumped us.
City love going there. Okay, so we'll start on our game first, as we went first. Giuseppe, what did you make of our game, mate?
I thought we were very bad in the first half. And, I was calling for the changes, as a lot of people in our chat were, Pete, wanted to see Bazuma come on. I thought Højbjerg was pretty bad the other day. Royal's just bad every day, so we can want him to come out of the game. But I was glad to see that we kind of turned it on in the second half. I thought we were lucky that I think Wolves just didn't finish their chances early in the game because they had the chances early.
We knew that, didn't we? We said that.
Yeah. I think it was Nunes who missed the header that from the cross that came in. He just didn't get anything on it to the far post there. Neves had a couple of those long distance shots, and I thought also what's the other guy they have there?
No,
drawing a
they're all
blank.
your phone. They're all Portuguese, isn't they?
I know. I'm drawing a blank. Goodis, yeah. He had some early shots. He just didn't get anything on him. But we were lucky not to be down at halftime, and luckily, like we just do what we do. We just get that
Ball
one
of death.
chance, and we take advantage of it. And I didn't think we were very good.
No,
That's just
I
my
didn't either.
opinion.
I thought we were shit. I had a game panned out exactly how I said it was going to pan out.
Yeah, you did.
I'll take it, but it's still it's worrying for me because I think other teams will. You ain't get that. We only took one chance, and you ain't going to get that all the time. It's over reliance.
What do you think of this Romero? Do you like him?
I think he's a good player. He can be a bit rash. He likes to dive in a bit. He can get a bit carried away, but out of the defenders we've got, he's head and shoulders the best one by a mile. Dyer is awful. Davies is pants. As a unit, they can defend well, but as individually, they're awful.
Sanchez had another mare, didn't he? He was getting thrown around when he and bullied. And
Well, you listen to some fans say he was great, and I'm like, well, what game was you watching?
yeah,
I kept seeing him head the ball, giving it away, and for a geezer who's quite a big lump, he's so timid. He can get pushed around the gaff. I mean, Brian Hill will probably get the better of him, and you think, how's that work? Because he's a bit of a unit on him, and he don't know how to use it.
No.
He actually got lucky on that one that cross that they had. I think off maybe the set piece where it hit him in the back when he was 1-on-1 with the defender.
Yeah.
Excuse me, with the attacking player. It might have been it might have been Jimenez when he came on, but it hit him in the back. He didn't even know the ball went. He just got lucky. It bounced far
Half the time, I don't know where the ball's going,
Yeah.
mate. He is a clown. I mean, that's nothing personal, but it is what it is. You've got to call that. He's not a top draw centre half. He's not even a good centre half. I think he's very suspect. If he was on the other team, we'd be saying, right, get Kane, go and get him easy. Start on him. Sometimes you can start all three of us. To be honest, it depends what sort of firepower you got.
I still don't get why none of the new signings are starting.
Well, when you find out, let me know.
Honestly, Basuma, surely he's better than both of them midfielders put together, isn't he?
We got a WhatsApp group and we can't work it out. He's like, what's going on?
I can't work out what it is about him. Does he not like him? Perisic had a good game.
Perisic was mustard. You think, look at Sessegnon, and then Perisic comes in. And it's like you lot between like Nketiah and then you get Jesus in. Like the gap is massive.
Yeah.
And then the drop off is huge when they come
I think
off.
that left hand side could be quite good for you if you've got Perisic and Son going down the same side.
They ain't going to play every week. We got European football. We got that thing called the Champions League.
Well, you'll be out of it by Christmas. I won't worry. I won't worry about that.
We'll see about that. I think it depends what kind of draw we get, to be honest.
Back. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say to Raven's question. Romero's the type of player that he worries me. He drives me crazy because I just feel like he's always one play away from just getting sent off, and that always scares me about him. He just doesn't have the ability to control himself. It seems like he's had a few incidents already since he's been here where he's been very lucky to avoid getting a red card.
We did get Southampton, wasn't it? The Southampton one, wasn't it? Where he went through the geezer, like, why?
For no reason, yeah.
He's Argentinian, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
That explains it. They're all complete
head cases, yeah.
Yeah, they're all fruitcakes.
To be honest, when we played, when we battered you Argyle last year, and then he weren't in the lineup, everyone was like, "Oh, fucking hell!" And I was like, "Thank fuck for that," because I could see him getting only bath. He was like, I think that's a blessing in disguise, him not playing.
Yeah, a few times I've seen him play, he's very rash in the tackle. He's very aggressive in the tackle, but he dives in against some of the better players, just a little nick to the side, left or right,
it's going to happen.
And he's going to clear them out.
Oh, yeah. When I said the Southampton geezer, what he did there, why are you doing that? But that's when you got to have someone else on the pitch who's like, whoa, calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
he's still fairly youngish. How old is he, Debbie? Do you know? Is he 22?
He's mid-20s, I think. Between 24 and 26.
I don't think he's that old. Yeah, but he's but they're just like that, aren't they? The old South Americans. They're either really placid or their head cases. There's not really any in between.
Yeah. Listen, you rode your luck and you got the points.
Well, that's it. That's all. That's the only positive for me was that because we nicked the points.
you know, at the end of the
If
day,
Wolves had a striker, I think we'd have been in a world of trouble.
yeah. Well, they were unlucky. They had a few chances, but they didn't have a clinical finisher. No.
No,
But
that was
yeah.
the difference, really. We could have been done and dusted in the first half. I think.
Yeah.
They've got a good record at our stadium. They beat us pretty often, to be honest. I think out of 4 games in the last 4 years, I think they beat us 3 times.
Yeah, I was quite surprised because they were good. To me, they're a good side. Their midfield, very good midfield. I think that's up there, probably one of the better midfields in the league. But they haven't won in 9 games now, have they, from last season?
They're very solid. They're very solid. I think they just need a striker. Since Jimenez got injured, he ain't been the same player, is he?
No.
I mean, for all rumours led to believe you're going to take Neto off them, which I'll be pissed off at, to be honest, because we're looking at Dan James.
It'd be nice if we get him, but problem with yeah, he is a good player. Obviously, it's a squad game, but if you're going to put him, then he's going to be either him or Saka, isn't it? I can't see him getting above Saka. Obviously, he gets every game.
He's on the left, though, isn't it? So it'd be him or Martinelli, wouldn't it? Don't Saka play on the right?
Well, then Neto would play on the right and cut in on his left, no?
I think so, yeah. A nice worry to have, though, if it does materialise.
Oh, yeah. I think the one that actually we could get rid of late on is Smith Rowe. Arteta, for some reason, Arteta don't seem to like him. You don't play him. He never gets 90 minutes.
Yeah. He's quite
injured. I think he was our top goal scorer last season.
Yeah, he's quite
injured. He was coming off the bench quite often. He just doesn't seem to want to play him.
Yeah. It's a shame. I do like Smith Rowe. I think he's got a very good football brain, but
I can't see getting rid of him because the homegrown thing. He'll end up as your version of Harry Winks, but just better, where he just gets kept around for years.
Yeah.
Loves the club, all that bollocks.
Yeah.
Been there since a kid.
Yeah, I think maybe for him, maybe this season he's probably looking at. He'll get games in Europa League, won't he, and all that. But he's probably looking at thinking, if I can't really make the team this year, he might leave because I think he's too good to be sitting around on the bench.
Yeah. Saka is both sides. Whoever that is, Dano, he is both sides. He can both. He's quite versatile. Yeah. I think Pepe would be on his bike as well.
Let's say it's a good loan with an option of 15 million after it, isn't it? I think.
Good job. We spent 72 mil on that boy, isn't it?
Well, you got to pay it off over 80 years, so.
Yeah, I've only paid it off.
You'll finish paying off the stadium before you pay off his transfer fee, wouldn't you? Fucking hell. Littlewood's catalogue won that one, wasn't it?
I've always liked Pepe. I think there's something there. Maybe
you do like Pepe. Yeah, Pepe's fanboy.
Yeah, maybe the Premier League's just not for him. But I thought he's very inconsistent. But he's always scored a few goals.
Yeah.
He gets a few assists.
That 089 number is on there.
He's on the dog and bone.
Yeah.
It's not 089, is it?
Yeah.
It's it'd be interesting towards the end of the transfer window because I think there will be a lot of surprises happening. There'll be teams grab.
All the noise coming out of Arsenal, even old Ray Parlour, who was with Arsenal during the pre-season, wasn't he? He sort of said, "I've spoke to Edu. I heard Merson had said he had seen the Arsenal, someone in the Arsenal board and was talking to him, and all the noise was once they get rid of a few, they're going to bring 1 or 2 in. They've got rid of loads now. They've got rid of 4 or 5 now.
They've got rid of a lot of dead wood, which is good, and that's what he wanted to do, Arteta, which is fair plays. The last lot that were there, how they were dealing with it was atrocious. They were just lashing out money and playing these players. It was just ridiculous. You got Ozil, who was just on ridiculous amounts of money. Mustafi, all wasted. Complete, they were just complete waste of time. And he had a lot of hard work to do when he came in, Arteta. And fair play to him. I think he's gradually doing it.
Yeah,
judges are out, and a lot of people are going to say he's still very young. I like what I see with him. I think I like the way he's got. How much he's got a lot of George Graham in him, the way he works.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
George Graham was very much like that. He completely gutted the team because we were atrocious before he came. He came in and he changed it all around. He built the whole. He changed everything. George Graham. He even nicked a bit of money as well. But
yeah. He had a little brown envelope for his trouble.
yeah.
So the one thing I like about Arteta and all, he's just got his principles, and that's it. This is how I want to play. If we're not going to do it, then I'll just go. Fuck it, I don't care.
Have you watched any of this All or Nothing?
We'll talk about that later. That's on the agenda. We have a good laugh ready for that one. So obviously we nicked the 1-0, happy days, and then you boys, was it 3 o'clock, wasn't it? You lot played?
No, we were the 5:30, weren't we?
5:30,
5:30. Yeah, I think the Leicester game for some reason. I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. I saw bits and pieces. I saw your first goal when was it your first one when Jesus sprang it down and went on that little run.
Yeah, that was the first.
I messaged you, didn't I? I said that was good. That was good.
Yeah, he's different.
He's a class player. Yeah, he's a great player. Jesus. Very strange how Man City, how they let him and Zinchenko both go is beyond me.
Pep's got a rule in it. If they're not happy, then he will.
Fair play. Yeah, I mean,
he don't care where they go either. No. Selling to Chelsea. Rivals, but you think
the one thing
he might.
With City, I mean, it's mad that shows how good they are. That they can sell. Like Jesus and Zinchenko have come into us and they've completely changed us round. They've completely changed. They seem to change their mentality. We're cruising through games. We're dominating games. They've sold Sterling to Chelsea. Chelsea are always up and around the top. They're never, even if they have a disaster, they're always challenging the next season. They're just always up. But City just don't give a shit. You can have that players. It's fine.
Yeah.
When they can win their league in 4 out of 5 years, they've probably got no reason to worry.
No, it's true.
To be fair,
there's always someone to replace whoever they've got, and that's money speaks, doesn't it? That's the thing with all this.
Yeah, but also the thing with City is actually they don't sign any superstars really, other than Haaland.
No, they don't.
Every signing they make is always a good player for a side, but they don't ever sign any. They don't sign any Neymars. They don't sign anyone like that. So their talent ID is good.
Yeah, he does create. He's a great manager, Pep. No doubt in that. Yeah. He does create a lot of talent, even when they're not well known. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this Haaland gets on as well.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a monster. Even at the weekend,
you can see clips. You think, oh, here he goes. It just needs that little. Good against thingy. Just saying that little drop of the rubber the green.
Pope one-on-one made a good save. He hit the bar. He had another chance that he should have scored. Really went over. You think if he's getting 4 or 5 chances like that per game, eventually it's going to click on it, and he's going to.
Well, he still scored as well. He still banged one.
Yeah, he still scored. Yeah.
I think he's going to win the Golden Boot.
Yeah, I think he will. And all.
I think he's going to win the Golden Boot
all day long. All day long. He can sit down and look with a newspaper and just wait for the balls to come in, and then. He got to venture outside the penalty area, has he? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
De Bruyne are putting in balls like there's no tomorrow. Well, you see, once they get going, them two, and they get that understanding, they're going to be a lethal combination.
The one he seems to link up well with is Gundogan. Him and Haaland seem to be on a different level. They know each other, seem to know each other so well.
Good player, Gundogan.
Yeah, he's started the season on fire. He's probably been the best player in the league this season.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very unsung, that boy. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's very good for Dortmund as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we managed to. I think Bournemouth were very poor, though.
Did you expect anything more?
I did a little bit, yeah. I think when I saw the team, I obviously didn't recognise many of their players, but I thought they were a bit more bite than that. They were very poor.
They missed Solanke as well, didn't they? Didn't they?
Yeah,
they just. Striker,
it was.
Says it all, really.
Yeah. I suppose I wasn't expecting like fireworks from them, but I expect them a little bit more fight than they actually did. But
I just think it's a bit of a Scott Parker thing. Sort of every team he goes to, he seems to be a bit naive. He's maybe good in a way where he wants us to play football. This is how we're going to play. But when you're at Bournemouth and you're coming up against your Cities, your Arsenals, you don't play football against them, do you?
No.
When you look at his record, he's gone down twice, but been promoted twice. So he needs to work to a certain level. But once you come up that level,
he's got a bit of a ceiling on him.
You've got. That's why I think Fulham have been a bit different this year. Rather than trying to play
they look good
their own way, they've gone a bit more let's be a bit more solid first, and then
Aggressive,
we'll go from there.
Yeah, they look very good. Mitrovic he's a very good player.
So here we
Yeah,
go.
Go on.
I say football Ferreira, good lad he is. We knew Jesus would be good for Arsenal. As at City, he was far from being the main man. At Arsenal, main man playing most of the times, and is actually in position well at City. He was all over the place. I think what he's saying is obviously at City he played on the left, on the right. Yeah, they're fluid, aren't they? But Arsenal, he's got
the only
his
thing
fixed position.
I did see a few people question it, saying actually he's not actually a proper number 9, because for Brazil apparently he sort of turned around and said, "I'll just play anywhere. I just want to get a game," and they sort of saying he's not really sort of put his sort of flag to the mast and said, "I want to be a number 9. That's it. I want to." He's sort of and people were questioning that whether he could actually be the main man, but so far he looks fucking ridiculous.
He is the main man, isn't he? Let's be honest. He's the main man for you lot now.
Well, he is, yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Thing is, though, if he gets injured, that drop off is massive.
Well, for me,
that's a big drop off.
I would say the one we don't really need a Neto. I'd rather get another striker in, to be honest.
Yeah, but who's
You
around?
could put Martinelli up there, couldn't you? You normally do that, and then you bring in your
Martinelli, as good as he is, he's still quite raw. Martinelli, his finished product. He's still. I love him. I think he's great. He never gives up. He's fights for. Yeah, he's a good player. But I just think I don't know. The problem is who you're going to get in that's going to be designed to sitting on the bench. No one's going to.
No, you sound like a Spurs fan. This is fucking argument we have every fucking year when we're trying to get who's going to come and sit on the bench, who's going to do this, who's going to do that.
But then I think also that front four of ours is so interchangeable that you could sort of bring in another one. You could pay Jesus off of someone else, or if you were going to bring in another good striker that was scoring goals.
Minicab office.
I was going to say, has he worked for a minicab office? I think it. I don't know who's around though. That's the problem, and that's what their scouting area is for. But I have no idea who they can get in. Who's going to be? Yeah, listen, you've got to get someone who's prepared to come in and out of the team, and I don't know how that's going to go down with a lot of players. Who knows who they're after?
It seems to me that I don't know whether they obviously know what they're doing, but I don't see why we need another winger.
No,
the thing is with Jesus, he's not used to. Giuseppe, do you run a minicab office or something?
I'm sorry, it's crazy over here. I actually gotta go, but I wanted to give Harry a chance to talk junk to me, but he didn't have much to say about Ronaldo. I was disappointed.
Well, no, I think yesterday said it all, didn't it? While he was sitting there,
it's the first win in over a year, though. Come on,
when he
look at the stats.
Come on, and just didn't do any running, did he? He just couldn't be asked, could he?
Did you see him cheering on the bench? There's like clips of him. Like that's the hardest I think I've ever seen him cheer. He was clapping and
behind
behind
a fake smile. Yeah,
everything else is fake about him.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the secondary to Jesus here.
Any day of the week.
But yeah, sorry for all that, guys. I just was.
That's all right. Never silly, mate.
No worries, mate.
It's been it's like a tsunami thing going on with the rain, and my mom's calling me to help with my grandfather. It's just crazy. So.
Oh fucking hell! You got all that.
No,
we don't have that. Well, it's like that. We have a bit of heat, and then the whole country falls apart. And then a bit of snow, the whole country falls apart.
Yeah, we got probably like 2 or 3 inches of rain so far.
If we had that, we'd be fucked, mate. We had it for about an hour in the week, and it was flash floods everywhere, everyone going mad and all that. Road shut off. We don't deal with weather at all over here, mate.
No, we're just not.
It's embarrassing.
We're just not kitted out at all in this country for anything, really.
Well, thank you, guys.
Nice one, mate. Look after
yourself.
See you later.
Tell up, mate.
Cheers.
Yeah, what was I say? Thing is with Jesus, you need another option, I think, because he's not used to playing every week. Like, he's body-wise. I know he's fit and all that shit, but if you're saying are you going to play him in the European games?
No, he's got to have some sort of rest, because you're burning him out
very quickly.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be Nketiah in the European.
I don't think he's. Listen, everyone laughs at Nketiah. I think he's got it in him, and how long we're going to have to try and have patience with him is another thing. I think he knows what the goal is. He's a good player, but it can be very frustrating, and he's still only young. Is he the sort of bloke we're going to have to rely on if Jesus is out? That's questionable because it's not a good thought. But I don't know. He could quite easily come up trumps. I mean,
I always wonder if he's one of them sort of late bloomers, because every manager has always said, sort of been training from Wenger, Lundberg had him, played him, Emery, Arteta. They've all said how good he actually is when they see him in training, how he's a finisher. And I always wonder if he's a bit sort of, obviously not as good, but a bit Harry Kane-like, sort of when he got to 21, 22, he still really weren't doing it. And then all of a sudden just exploded.
Yeah. It could quite easily happen.
Yeah, for so many managers to say they like him as a player,
and to re-sign him as well. Yeah.
It's just about re-signing this year, isn't it? Just about.
Yeah.
Right, quick question. We've got one from Football Ferrero. So from what I see in 3 games in the Premier League, obviously early days, but apart from City, who has impressed you guys the most? For me, I'd probably say Brighton.
Arsenal.
But don't be fucking stupid. Yeah, just Ferrero, don't know. You got 2 gooners in. He has a dumb question. You know where they're going with that. Yeah.
Oh, what's them started well? Leeds have started well as well. They've had an easy run.
No,
Chelsea. They're 3rd in the league, whatever they are, aren't they? They've not lost yet.
No.
I think Brighton are a good team. I think they play some good football.
Yeah, everyone underestimates Brighton. They are a good team. Good manager, Graham Potter.
Yeah,
he is a good manager. Yeah,
a team that wins the best player every season as well. They've lost 2 this season.
If they get a striker, if they manage to get some sort of striker that can even get 10 goals, I think they'll be because they do spread the goals out in their team, as we've seen.
There ain't nothing wrong with Danny Welbeck.
Yeah.
What is it you guys used to call him? What is it?
What, that guy?
Oh, that was a cringe, wasn't it? That was fucking cringe. I used to see that. Was it Welbs in it with a Z in it? Oh,
Welbs, yeah. Welbs, that guy.
That was fucking cringe seeing that. Many things.
Yeah, they do need a goal scorer. I think Fulham look good. It's early days, but I think Fulham look good. Brighton obviously look good. Maybe Forest.
I think Fulham, as long as they keep Mitrovic fit and he don't get stupid and start trying to nut people, then it'd be all right. I think they'll stay up if they can keep him scoring. It's always the way. You got to score goals in this league to stay up. You could be the best defender we like, but don't score goals, don't mean nothing.
No. You've got to keep consistent.
Forest have been all right for a team that signed like 17 players. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, fucking hell.
I don't get. Have they got any? Obviously, what their squad in the Championship was last season, I don't know. But have they got any players left from that, or they got rid of them all? I don't know how they're doing it on. Like apparently we're on the old watch list of financial fair play. They must be fucking well.
Yeah, you're on the watch list, mate. That's it. You're getting fined, mate.
No. Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. I mean, I go to any club that pays me money. Lingard, haven't they?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. And he started claiming that he could have earned more money elsewhere. Fucking hell,
yeah. They're queuing up for him, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Yeah. Impressive most. Brighton, well-organised team, very good football with a top manager. Yeah. Arsenal have been playing some very good football. Yeah, I think that Arsenal, obviously, the test will be, as I said before, I think we should win the first 5 games, and then you've got Man United after that away. That'll be the test. And then after that, you've got sort of City coming up.
You haven't really been tested yet, have you? All the excitement and getting carried away. There's not really been a...
Well, the only thing I would say is...
a great test.
We've just been dominating games. We've not really given the teams a chance.
No.
Which is what I like to see.
Yeah, clearly we've got to see. Let's see who we play later on. Yeah, obviously we listen. You can only beat Palace. Wasn't an easy game away. Never easy going to Palace.
And then Palace.
Yeah. I think you've got to beat what's in front of you, and at the end of the day, whether it's 1-0. Yeah, clearly Bournemouth were very suspect. Who else we played? Can't remember who we played now.
Leicester, isn't it?
Leicester, yeah. Sorry, yeah, Leicester.
Yeah, they were poor.
Leicester, we rolled them over, and
it scored 2 though, didn't they? They still got 2 in there.
Yeah.
I will say Palace had a bit of a front man. I think that result might have been slightly different because in that second half they were banging down the door.
Well, they missed a couple of good chances, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had a proper finisher.
They won't be easy, Palace, this year at their ground. Definitely not.
That's never a nice place to go, is it?
No, it's horrible. So that's part. It's the old school ground, isn't it?
Especially in the evening, you don't want to go down on like fucking
No.
Monday night or something.
Yeah, it's not the nicest. But yeah, so I think out of all the teams, I think that at the moment those have been the one that have really impressed so far.
The problem is we're going to have this year. It's going to be weird because you've got the World Cup right in the middle of the fucking season. So imagine you building. Luck. We'll be building momentum. Yeah, we're fucking on a roll, and then the World Cup will turn up, and then that will be pants. Yeah, it would be shit.
Well, that's what when you're saying about Jesus, and sort of not playing a whole season before. Well, if he then goes to the World Cup, and I don't know, I don't think he plays main striker for them.
I'm not very funny though. He plays with Charlison as main striker. But if you're a Brazil manager now, you're only picking one player, lead your line, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but that could be sort of a couple of weeks good resting in him. You know what I mean? So a team could sort of put it all in the first couple of months, and then have 2-3 weeks off, and then go again.
It's going to be such a weird one.
It's going to kill. It's such a nightmare, this World Cup. Complete and utter fucking waste of time. But it's this money, so much money involved in it, and you know they don't give a shit over in that country about football. Well, they're going to care about it.
All these 7 stadiums they've built, they'll all be knocked down by the time.
Yeah, of course they will.
Well, we all do it. Look at the Olympic over here. Fucking hell, we gave the stadium to West Ham. We got to pay for that, taxpayers.
Yeah.
We got the Velodrome. I don't think it's really used. Arthur's never used.
It's probably all overgrown all around there. Yeah, no, that's the thing, isn't it, with that?
Yeah, Ferreira, look after yourself, mate. Come on anytime, son. I hope Arsenal and Tottenham doesn't finish top 4.
That's nasty. That is nasty.
That was something I've lost in translation there because he normally he don't follow a team. He just loves football.
Oh, right. That's fair enough.
Football man is.
Yeah.
So then, what was the score in your Arsenal? Was it 2-0 or 3-0?
3-0, wasn't it?
3-0. What was the third one? I can't remember the third one.
Saliba, what a finish!
Oh, fucking!
What a finish, player! Honestly,
what have I been seeing on that? The overreaction is massive. Yeah, I think
the song was going on for. I was watching it. That song went on for about 10 minutes.
Our fans are guilty of it as well. I'm not going to lie. It's like, I think, to be honest, we're starved for success for so long. We're clinging to any old shit, yeah. And then so you're getting that way now and all. Whereas,
it was a good goal.
Oh, it was a great goal, especially for a defender. I'm not taking nothing away from it. It was like after the Palace game, he'd won the Ballon d'Or. Then he scores an own goal, and there was like pictures of Rolls Royces with his front on it, and Saliba this, Saliba that, and then Van Dijk is better than him, that, and the other, and then the Leicester game comes on. Okay, and then fucking hell, then off it all goes again.
He looks the part at the moment. I like the look of him. He looks decent. I think he reads the game very well. He's only young. Again, I just think sending him out on loan was a very good thing. What Arteta did, I think it built his confidence up, and I think his experience as well. I think he will be a class defender. He looks good.
City.
Yeah, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, he could have caught that shot, and it could have gone into Rowe's head.
Yeah,
but it was a great shot, and it was a great goal. And I just think that he looks good. He's holding that. He's making Gabriel look good as well.
I quite like Gabriel.
Gabriel has his moments where he's a bit jittery and he tends to panic a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Saliba's like helping with the confidence with him a little bit now. But I don't mind Gabriel. I think he can be a bit slow at times, but he's okay. The thing is, what will happen once if he's going to play Tomiyasu? Is he going to bring him back and then drop White?
Well, I was saying that the end of last year, and I got some stick off the Arsenal fans. I said, if anything, I think
that sound like you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think if anything, Ben White's the one that drops out because I think he's been good, but towards the end of the season, you think it's like he does a few silly things. He gets out of position sometimes, and if obviously Saliba was coming back with this big reputation, just won young French player of the year, and he started on fire. So, I mean, if anyone's going to drop out, it'd probably Ben White, because Gabriel's obviously left-footed, so he's going to start.
Yeah. Well, Ben White can always go on Love Island.
Yeah,
he
loves
that.
Yeah, he loves all that.
He's so cut out
got that
Love
about
Island.
him, isn't he? Yeah. Well, if he was any good, he'd have a boohoo range out by now, wouldn't he? If he was any good.
Yeah, I hope you don't follow the Dele Alli career path.
That's it.
Yeah.
The old clothing range.
Yeah. No, that's
Primark though. Probably he's his best hope. I think.
I think in the long run it will be Ben White who drops down. I can't see any other solution. If he's not going to drop at the moment, he's not going to drop Saliba. I wouldn't have thought so.
Well, it could be a right, wouldn't he? If he drops him, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
The thing is, you also know after the last qualifying round for the Champions League and the Europa League is this week, isn't it? And then obviously after that, it's going to be every single week, basically 2 games a week after that. You've got to get them all in before November, isn't they? You've got the League Cup
and the Cup games as well. Yeah,
you've got the League Cup in as well. It's going to be all in.
It's going to be nuts
before the end of November. So it's going to be 2 weeks. So there's going to be plenty of games for players.
Oh yeah, no, it will be. Yeah, but plenty of opportunities.
5 subs and all that.
Yeah. I quite like Ben White. I think he's done a good job with what he's done.
I think he's a good player, but I think if Saliba carries on the way he is, he just looks bigger and stronger and quicker. Yeah. But I like Ben White the way he can play football. He's good at bringing the ball out. But even if after that, the good thing about having someone like Ben White is obviously we know Partey ain't going to finish the season because he gets injured all the time. Ben White can drop into midfield. Zinchenko can drop in there.
Danny's just said that same thing.
So he played it for Brighton, didn't he, in the Premier League when he was there? So he can sort of play that, and he's good enough technically to play that position. But
plus Partey could be doing porridge.
Well, no, mate, it's all nasty rumours.
It's gone very quiet, that, hasn't it? Though.
He'd be in the same cell as Basuma.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
probably all his mates, mate. Probably all the same firm.
I wonder if that's the reason why Basuma hasn't been in the team.
No, that's all done and dusted. That
was it.
Yeah, I just don't know why. I can't tell you.
Very strange.
I think he's got Conte likes Højbjerg and Bentancur, and the thing is with Conte, he's very rigid. He doesn't like much change. I mean, he's still picking Emerson Royal, fuck's sake. And I mean, I probably have Europe right back than that idiot. Do you know what I mean? And
is he not good then?
Have you ever watched him play football?
I watched a little bit over the weekend. Yeah,
he's dreadful.
Nice hairstyle.
Well, that's the only thing good about it, to be honest. He's a dreadful player. He's a dreadful footballer. He's a dreadful footballer.
Strange, isn't it? What we see and what managers see is, when you sit there, week in, week out, and you watch the team and you think, why the fuck have you got him in the team? Why is he playing him? You don't know what goes on during training, obviously, the way he wants to play football and everything, but it is very odd sometimes.
Especially there's better players there.
Yeah.
But I said that at the start of the season, when you signed him, I said, that Basuma looks a great deal, looks a cheap price, but why was no one else going for him? Why did no one else? Because for me, he's getting the Chelsea team.
Maybe we just got him at the right time before it sort of. See, what I liked about that is it sort of was under the radar. So boom, done. Yeah, because for that reason, you're going to get sniped if you get. Start dragging that out. You'll have teams coming in and get. I mean, Chelsea was still sort of sorting themselves out, weren't they?
Yeah, but you say it was boom done, but his agent must go around all the clubs and say, "Oh, look, he's going to be going for this fee. Does anyone else fancy it?" Because he wants the best team for his player, doesn't he?
Well, Chelsea ain't bought any midfielders, have they? They've got loads of them.
Yeah.
That's the area that's packed out, and you're not going to go Man United. They're all over the shop. Plus, they're not in the Champions League.
I think Giuseppe's said which is very true. I think they've worked well on their recruiting, Arsenal. I think they've got a good.
I agree. Listen, I agree. What's fucking pissed me off is that obviously you always hear. I don't know what your fans are like, but our fans are. Oh, we need to be in the Champions League to attract the best players. and all that crap. We get in the Champions League done. When we was in it before, we never got any of the players, and we're in it again now. And the only team that are buying Champions League players are you lot and Man United, and you're buying them Premier League proven ones as well. Where we're looking at Brighton, Southampton, the Championship, Everton. And you think, and I think only two of the 6 players we've bought have played any European football whatsoever.
Yeah. I think it's how the project is actually sold to the player, and clearly Edu and Arteta are obviously they must be feeding them some good bullshit. I tell you. I don't know. It is, I imagine it's the project that's done. He's obviously liking the fact, especially someone like Jesus. They must like what they're hearing. They must know that there's things going to be happening and players are going to come in or whatever. I don't know. So
I think the only reason we got Jesus and Zinchenko was obviously because he's worked with them, wasn't it?
Yeah. And you got that link. You had that link, didn't it?
If he hadn't have been there at City, then I don't think there's no way we would have got Jesus.
No.
Plus, you promised him first team football.
Yeah.
And going to be the main man.
I need to just tell us, boys. I need to just run in battery low.
What's all this Dan James stuff about? Where's that come from?
I don't know.
He can't even get in the Leeds team, can he? And I'm thinking, maybe he's going to sort of try and turn him into like a left wing back. But you got Perisic. So what do you need him for?
That's all bollocks, that is it? It drives me mad. I mean, to be honest, who's that?
Signing Anthony Gordon, Law,
Steve's in, yeah, 60 million, yeah. Steve, get in the chat. Get in the stream. Yeah. Hold up. Dan's got one in.
Hello.
Hey.
Guys,
Right, son. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How you doing, all of you? All right? Good?
Yes, mate.
All good, mate. You?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good to join a stream. I haven't done it before. Watching a lot of content, but not actually joined one before. So no, it's good. It's good to do it. Thank you guys for doing something like this.
Anytime, mate.
No.
Anytime.
So where we at with the conversation at the moment? Because I've been watching it. I've just had some dinner and logged on.
We're just talking about how Tottenham are fucking up the recruitment and Arsenal are smashing it.
I don't fully agree with that. Why are they messing up their recruitment?
What, Tottenham or Arsenal?
Yeah, Tottenham. Yeah.
I don't think we've bought enough quality, mate. Look.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're not world class, are they? The signings we've made. They're good signings. Good signings. Perisic, Basuma, particularly, and Richarlison. But yeah, they're not world class. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that we should have got a world class player, but we haven't, have we? So I agree with that point. But I'm saying it's not good enough. I think it's hard to tell right now. I think we need to give it a bit of time. See how the season goes. Probably a lot.
Really, don't they?
What's that?
They need to play, don't they? These players, they signed them. He ain't played any of them.
Exactly. And I think after the first 10 games, we'll start to get an idea what the Spurs team is going to look like.
For me, I think we're Richarlison. I think we bought many years ago. We bought the wrong Ukrainian. For me, I think we bought the wrong Brazilian. We should have got
Jesus
Jesus.
is the better player. Yeah, Jesus is the better player. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we missed the trick there. I'm happy with Basuma. I think it's a good deal. Spence seems like, or Conte. I heard for weeks Conte wants him. Conte gets him. I didn't want him. The club signing. He can't even get in the squad, and we've got Emerson Royal starting at right back. I think with that, I mean, there's still time to sort out, but I think we need another midfielder. We definitely need another centre back.
Yeah,
and we could do with a creative player as well, because I think we're very easy to play against. We're very easy to predict what's going to happen and how to stop us.
Yeah,
that's my biggest concern.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been great, have we? Start of the season.
The only thing you have been getting the points, haven't you?
That's the only positive, but they do cash up.
I think you've got to start playing better. Surely the players that are in there are too good to not be doing better than what they are.
Yeah, and this is it. It's so early in the season, isn't it? It's 3 games. Some teams are here. Arsenal playing really well. You know, they got their first team out. Everything's going well. They've started amazing. We've started well, but not had the performances. So it's so early, isn't it? Really, but there was a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions about, you know, do we need an attacking midfielder? I think we do. Do we need another centre back? Definitely. And the right wing back is really hard to understand because, you know, we went with Perisic. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But why haven't we done it on the other side? I know Spence is a club signing. But yeah, well, why haven't we done it on the right side? I don't understand it because Conte he's going to want what he wants. Surely he's not happy with Royale.
I can't work it out because you've only got to look at him for a minute and see this bloke is not a footballer, let alone a. Is he?
He's not good, is he? He's not good.
Move that geezer out. He's.
He tries hard, but that's it. It's nothing,
it's nothing personal with him. I just don't. He's not a proper footballer. He's not. I mean, Barcelona bought him for 7 million, and then I think a few weeks later sold him to us for 30 million.
I mean, I don't.
They went, yeah, feel like have him. You can have him. They were laughing their nuts off.
He's a bit of a laughing stock, isn't he?
He gets in the team as well, which is a worry. You think, for me, for a team that's so reliant on fullbacks and wing backs to play him, I mean, Doherty's better than him. Spencer's got to be better than him because you can't get any worse. You're like, well, what's going on there?
I don't get why Doherty ain't playing because that was when he was doing well. That was his position, wasn't it?
Well, we had a stint last season. The back end of last season, he came into the team. I think it was a Leicester game, and then he looked everything looked balanced. Then you're like, okay, he was getting in the box. He can cross the ball, and then we were looking really good down there. And then he got injured, and then he's not got back in since. And it's an head scratcher.
It's really baffling.
I do think Spence surely going forward is your best option. He might not be there defensively, but when I see him last year when they beat us in the cup and then they beat Man United, didn't they, in the cup, I always thought he would look really good.
Yeah, I mean he's there, isn't he? So what I'm hoping is that he, gets integrated into the team after a little while, and then surely he's going to be the best one. Don't know yet, do we? We don't.
There's not exactly a high bar, is there? It's not exactly a high bar.
That's right. And hopefully, and we're all worrying that he's not on this match day squad. He's not on the bench. I think we just need to be a little bit patient and see what happens.
Yeah, I think you're right. As in, we're 3 games in. If you look at last season, Arsenal had lost their first 3 games. Tottenham had won all 3 games. 3 games later, we were level on points. So as you say, it is early to call it, and especially when we start getting European football and all that. Obviously, because then you ain't going to be able to play that first 11 the whole time. More so Tottenham, because I mean Arsenal will cruise through the Europa League group, whoever they get with just their reserves. But Tottenham, if they're going to go through that Champions League group, then they're going to need to drop players on the weekenders or drop players for the Champions League, one or the other. They can't just keep playing that same 11, Conte's same 11 the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, one thing is, I'm really interested to see is how we actually play in that Champions League because it's going to be starting soon, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Dan, what do you feel about the way we play? How do you feel about it?
Are you asking?
You.
Me? How we play?
Yeah, I think the other man's froze. I think because he ain't moved for about 5 minutes now.
Look, this season, other than Southampton, some Hearts were good. We're not playing well. But at the end of last season, we were doing well. We were playing well. I was enjoying it. We were scoring lots of goals. We were playing well. But again, it's the start of the season, and I want to see us improve. We have to improve. If we don't, we can't carry on just scraping by. Chelsea outplayed us. Wolves outplayed us for a lot of the game.
Yeah,
It's got to
a
be
beating is coming. A beating is coming if we carry on.
Exactly.
Who got this weekend?
Forest.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
win that.
Forest away. The
Well-
worry for me, Dan, is if we go in the Champions League playing like two-man midfield against
Oh.
Europe's elite, we could get
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah,
And this
because
is what I would-
they'll play rings around us, and that's my biggest concern is keep playing a two-man midfield all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only got free fit midfielders at the club,
Yeah.
which needs addressing. But we every time we quite often we're going into games and then we're getting outnumbered in midfield. It's all right springing them on a counter attack, but there's a lot of hopes on Kane and Son then, where we get dominated from the start, and eventually you will concede because we've got the best defenders.
Look, if we're playing like this, these first two, or the last two especially, in the Champions League, we'll get turned over.
We're going to get annihilated.
We'll
It'd be like Bayern Munich all over again because
Yeah,
you can't do it.
It's got to be an improvement over the next few games, surely, because we can't carry on like this. And I'm hoping there will be. Surely, there must be. I mean, we'll see. I'm a little bit worried about it. Let's see who we draw in the group tomorrow, and then find out if it's a couple of weeks. So yeah, look, it's got to be better, isn't it? But everybody's, Conte seems happy. Players seem, we fight and we keep going, and doesn't matter if we don't play well. At least we're winning. It's like this thing, isn't it? This
We
narrative.
hear them platitudes, though. I mean, that's just platitudes, isn't it? We heard that with Nuno, and then, we're really happy with him. 2 months later, he's sacked.
Yeah. Look, honestly, if I ask you, what do you think we're going to improve? Do you think we will?
I think if we don't, I don't think the improvement comes from within. I think we have to buy. We need to get a couple more in. I think definitely. We definitely need a midfielder. I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. It's got to be quality. None of this buying for the future shit. We've done that this window. We do it every window. And how many players have we bought lately? Loan them back out, and then now we're trying to flog them. We're trying to get with Sarr can go back out. We'll probably sell him. Gill going to go in, get rid of him again. We've done it now with the Destiny fella. You're like, how many times you want to do the same thing and then not work, and then keep doing it? We need to get some quality players in the door before the end of the window. I definitely need another midfielder for me, and it needs to be someone who's top draw, especially if you're going to keep with the two.
It sounds like we are, doesn't it? Looking at attacking midfielder. That's what all the noise I'm hearing. It sounds like we are, but I don't like some of the names what have been flying about. Dan James, was it?
Oh no, come on, what's that?
What?
I mean, that's a Levy signing all day of the week, isn't it? It's James.
It was quite funny when I see the Tottenham shortlist was St. Maximin. You think, oh yeah, lovely player, and then it was
no chance of getting him.
Who was the others on the list? It was Neto.
I'm trying all right.
Yeah, Neto. You think, oh yeah, another good player. Gordon from. I think he's overpriced for Everton, but I think he is a good player there. I think he's overpriced at 60 million. And the last one I see on the thing was Dan James. I thought, I know exactly who's going to go there.
Yeah. Who's the cheapest? Yeah, that's where we're going.
I can tell you now.
We don't even need another fucking winger either. We need a midfielder. We are proper
creative midfielder like. I mean, it might be a surprise. I'm hoping that they're working on something that we don't know, and I'm hoping, I'm praying. We need something to change the game. If you watch Spurs, we haven't got that. Unless Kane drops deep, we need that game changer in the midfield, like a Maddison, a player like that.
That's what I understand about
Arsenal. Got loads of them.
Yeah, well, that's what I understand about the not signing a right wing back, because, as you say, you keep getting overloaded in midfield. But surely Conte's whole system is you bypass the midfield and you go to the wing backs who create everything. So why have you not gone all out for a good right wing back?
When you find out, it's on a postcard.
Well, that's what I can't understand. I think surely his priority was. Remember when Pep first came in at City, and all he did was
he bought four of them, didn't he?
Yeah, four wing backs, 2 left ones, 2 right. Spent about 150 million, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then, but surely that was Conte going into that transfer window. Should have said that's the priority now: right wing back, left wing back. We've got Perisic, that's done. Where's the right wing back?
Yeah. True. Yeah, where is it? It's hard to get it.
I can't.
Really.
I can't. Yeah, and the thing is, there's not a plethora of them around, but there has been some. Molina that he went to Atletico Madrid, he could play out. There is a few that you you could get. This is a buyer's market as well, which is another thing that annoys me because Levy's a renowned tight arse yet, and this is the window where you're getting good players going fairly cheap. Do you know what I mean? There's not really been any sort of 120 million, 100 million buyers, have there? They've all been sort of relatively low in fee compared to what we have seen.
There's a lot of players now who are just winding their contracts right down, aren't they? And then going from there, aren't they? That's going to be, I think, the new norm, isn't it? Just don't sign another contract. You either leave with 1 year to go on the cheap and get a big salary, or you leave on a free and get a big sign on and a big salary.
That's very strange.
Lads, what do you think? Because about Conte and the way he plays, they say he doesn't play with that kind of player, that attacking midfielder, that number 10. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's so fixed that they can't?
No, I don't. I think in Inter Milan he played with three in midfield. He played a 3-5-2. You can't play with one at the moment because they ain't got one. Give him one, and then of good quality, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't believe that if you said to him, "We're going to get you a class number 10," he's going to say no.
Here he is. He's back again.
He's back.
Yeah. I don't want that. No, I don't want none of them. Go and get me Dan James.
I don't believe that's the case.
It's a strange one, but we definitely 100% need to do something. And there'll be a late rush at the end of the window. There always is. Whether it be Civic Seat, and there'll be we tried to get this player, but we couldn't quite get it over the line. 100%.
It's going to be one of them £90 million bid with 10 minutes to go. And
that's it. Yeah.
We did try. Look,
Aguero and all that. We've done all that before. Dybala, we've done that one. But
that's another thing. He went on a free, didn't he? I thought he was Paratici's best mate, and he was going to get him in.
Well,
I think he's too expensive.
You were linked with him every window for the last sort of 3 or 4 years, weren't you?
We didn't want to pay, I don't think, for the money he's on. He's on ridiculous money, isn't he? I don't think.
But you've got to learn to pay that sort of money if you want these players. What was the point of moving to the stadium? Why charge fans what they're charging if you're not going to go and back it up with quality players?
Would you have been happy with him, Dybala?
Oh, yeah. I'm happy with any quality player because you think people, I mean, the argument you get out of Spurs fans, you've probably seen, where's he going to play? Conte, who's going to drop out? Well, that ain't your fucking problem, is it? That's Conte's problem. That's what he's paid 20 million a year for. But it's a squad game. You're going to be playing, at the moment, we're going to be playing twice a week up until November. You need quality players. Plus, you've got the 5-sub rule that you can bring. Games will change all the time because you need to have variation. Because what we don't have, especially in midfield, we've got all the players that are fairly similar. There's not like, well, you bring him in, he's going to bring something completely different. They're all very similar.
Do you know what? It'll be interesting to kind of, for every team to judge after this window closes to see where every team is at. Right? I think let's see where every team is at after the close because it's really hard to predict now, isn't it? It's this can happen, that's going to happen. Look, let's see what happens. When that window shuts, everybody knows who they've got. And then the season starts again in a way, doesn't it?
Well, it starts again, then starts again, doesn't it? Because then you got what's it? There's four games, and then the window shuts. Then you got 12 games, and then the World Cup, and then there'll be the big. Season starts again on Boxing Day, doesn't it? I bet the players and I love that come straight back from Qatar at the end, and then straight into a Boxing Day match. So you got to fucking drive some shithole up north. Yeah.
Especially if what's the name, they get to a team gets to the final.
Yeah. Which we won't. England won't with Southgate, so I won't worry about it.
Yeah, no, but the actual final itself is on the 23rd?
Yeah, happy Christmas.
22nd, 23rd. So you're gonna have, if your team gets to the final and you've got like 3 or 4 players from your team that are in that final, there's no way they're gonna be ready for the Boxing Day, are they?
and then you got the window again, the January window.
Yeah,
crazy.
Which then you'd be people trying to. Anyone who's good World Cup will be on the move, wouldn't they? They'd be trying to. And how many times the teams get burnt with that or buying top player in the World Cup?
Yeah, never sign a player for a World Cup. Never ever.
Poborski and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that is fucking asking for trouble, isn't it?
Is he back again?
Sorry.
They could go in there, good form.
Sorry, boys.
Come out terrible form, couldn't they? Really, if their team has a bad run, it could knock them.
Yeah, but I was saying earlier in the stream, Dan, no, like as Spurs fans, we'll be on a fucking roll and then the World Cup will turn up. You just know it, yeah? We'll probably be top of the league. The World Cup turns up and then fucking we come back, and end up losing the next fucking 8 games or something. It's just got Tottenham written all over it. We're top of the league in, not last year, the year before with Mourinho in late December. Lose to Liverpool. After that, it went off a cliff.
Yeah, injuries, didn't they? It was terrible, one of the injuries, I think, wasn't it?
It's all very Spursy.
I'm not going to say that. I weren't going to say it. But fair play.
Man, let's get all the Spurs on one side, Guns. So all or nothing. The last 3 episodes, I've watched them all. Have you watched them, Dan?
No, no, I haven't watched them. I was going to watch the last couple.
I've got to watch it for research purposes, of course.
Yeah, so he just wants to see how the proper clubs run. That's
yeah.
He's trying to
I haven't seen it yet. I'm still waiting.
I see the 7th episode today when he's walking around the change room with his light bulb.
We pulled a light bulb out of the suitcase. Yeah. What the fuck is that?
They're getting spanked 3-0. Yeah.
yeah. The identity thing, isn't it? The identity. Yeah. This is our identity. We've got to have this and this.
See, look.
Pump 3-0 against Palace. And that was the identity, all right.
You're mocking him, but this is all good value what he does. It's all mocking him, but let's see what happens.
I've seen it, mate. There's been some brilliant ones. We had the speakers, we've had the drawings, and now we've got the light bulb out of the suitcase. That's fucking brilliant. I hope it was RCD Protect as well, by the way.
AFC Bournemouth.
He's pulling all this shit out. Oh, was he back? Is he? He's going to tell me what time the game's on again.
Win 5-3 on penalties in the cup.
Hey, that was hilarious. Just running around with a light bulb shining at people. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Guys, what do you think about watching that show? Have you got a different opinion on him now?
I've always, to be fair, people say I've always liked him.
I'm fan him, mate. Fucking
I've always
he's
said
got like pajamas in.
Yeah, I've always said stick with him. I've always said he's going to be a great manager. He's going to achieve good things. He might not be with us, but he will go to a team where he will achieve. And I think he'll be one of the top managers. In sort of 5-10 years' time, people will talk about him as one of the top managers.
I think he's shown in this program that he won't take any shit off anyone.
No, I think that's good. I agree with you there. I think he's been. You see what he's got to deal with and getting rid of some of the arseholes, and you think fair play. And then I think he counters that and pulls himself down with these silly fucking drawings and gimmicks, light bulbs out, suitcases.
I know, but it's all
speakers.
Part of
it's all part of the process. Go on, trust the process, yeah.
That's the process. That's the way to play.
I think it's a bit cheesy though. So I think if I was a player sitting there, I'd be like, oh, mate, I'm not 12, because it's very condescending. It's very teacher like. That's what I'd see from it. And then you got the identity thing that you say he brings everywhere with him now. Is he still carrying that around? Is he? Do you know? The identity thing. He had that a while.
Such a Mickey take, isn't it? Such a Mickey take, the whole thing, isn't it? Really.
You just leave yourself open with a program like that. We had it as well, but we didn't have none of that shit. Light bulbs and suitcases. But I think
he just had a nutter in charge of you. That's all.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. But everything he said came to true, though. He told Dele Alli, listen, you got to sort your life out, or you're gonna go down.
Yeah, he clearly listened to him, though, didn't he?
He was right about him.
He clearly listened to him, O'Delly, didn't he? Danny Rose listened to you on that one.
What a waste of a player.
We had some funny stuff, like Danny Rose asking, "Is AC Milan called yet?" and all that. That was funny, but I think Mourinho was Mourinho. But I think that the old identity thing, he took the Palace game. That come out then. You got battered. I think he took it everywhere since. Then you got battered. White Lane, I see it up there, and you got battered there. If that was you, mate, bin.
Well, only time will tell.
It was watching that back. You sort of you do sort of blur out parts of the last season. That 3 games where we lost to Palace, Brighton, and Southampton. That is ridiculous, isn't it? And then go and beat Chelsea and Man United on 2 on the spin. You think. Just one win out of them 3 games. Stupid. But I think that's where they're bringing them City players in. That don't happen. Them 2 City players coming in. That's where we change.
Yeah.
I think the highlight for me was when he says at the end, maybe Spurs will lose at Norwich. after the Newcastle game.
No, I haven't seen the last episode.
Oh, go and watch it, mate. Go and watch it. It's fucking superb.
I'm trying to avoid it.
No, I have seen the last lot. Yeah, I have seen that.
Fucking superb.
He loses his mind in the old dressing room. doesn't he?
Yeah, the identity thing's still up there. Yeah.
It's not far away, you know, that North London derby. Not far away. 1st of October.
Yeah, no, it's, I was saying that earlier. I said, well, obviously Arsenal. I think we got Fulham next, and then Villa. We should win them games, and then after that we go. I think it's something like Man United, someone else, and it's City, Tottenham, a bit of a gap, someone else, then Chelsea, something like that. I mean, that'll be when we can tell where we actually are.
Yeah.
We got no international break.
Was there
I don't know. They're normally won by about now, isn't
I
it?
think there's a little one.
We've got another one in. The Bournemouth fan. Oh, he's brave coming in with a good.
Yeah.
Here he is. After their poor show on Saturday.
Is it?
Right. Well done, mate. Good to showing face. Excellent.
What happened, mate?
Get on there.
That's right, something.
Oh, Liverpool.
How you doing, matey?
Yeah,
Right, son.
You all right, mate?
yeah.
What happened to Bournemouth, mate? You let us all down.
Penalty.
No, in the Arsenal game, they thought you were going to beat us.
No.
No, mate.
Yeah.
No.
They didn't do very well, did they, Bournemouth?
No, you let us down.
Yeah.
Bless him. So where was we?
I don't know. You've lost the trick now. Yeah. It's all very nice. All this Mickey Taylor. We shall see at the end of the season. Let's all come back to all this all or nothing at the end of the season. I think you could be surprised with all this.
Where is the derby? Where's the first derby?
Oh,
Is it-
at the Emirates.
Oh, we'll lose that. We fucking
It's
know we'll lose that.
12:30 kickoff and all.
I'll take a draw now. Whatever's going on between now and then, I'll take a draw now.
So typical
12:30 kickoff.
white flags already out, are they?
No, I'll take a draw now because I know what'll happen when we get you to our ground instead.
Yeah. Look, if it was at the weekend, I would say Arsenal would, they'd be favourites, but it's a little way still, a little few more games. I think we'll see the forms of the both sides, and then we'll have a bit of kind of predictions. But again, a derby, it's anyone's, isn't it? Really, it could be in terrible form and get a win.
Well, you say that, but I think I see a stat when it 24 games, an away side has never won the North London derby.
So that, mate.
The home side has won or draw for the last 24 games. The away side ain't won.
Oh well, I was wrong.
It's a crazy stat.
The thing is, for me,
it's 3 points, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always a way. But for me, Dan, I don't know about you, but no matter what we are doing in the season, what form we're in, it's either their gaff or Chelsea. It doesn't matter.
Look, we're terrible record. It's shocking.
It's fucking terrible.
Shocking. No
Every
confidence.
time.
I don't have any confidence because sometimes the teams are similar, kind of, not a lot of difference in the quality, but it's just the other team, especially at home, just want it more. Like last night with Man U and Liverpool, Man U wanted it more. Not a better team.
Yeah,
They wanted it more, and that's what I see a lot of when Spurs play away to Chelsea, Arsenal, sometimes West Ham. The other team want it more, and they get it, and they get the win.
What I will say is the closer we are on the table, the derbies are better. Let's be honest, the North London, we've said this before, North London derby is better than any other derby. I don't care what anyone says. The Scouse derby shit. Some of them times them games are pants, plus Liverpool just rolled them over. The Manc derby, I don't think there's the same level. The games, there's no animosity really in the games. All shaking hands and shit like that.
Yeah, problem with the Manchester derby was
in our game. There's always
Man United was so dominant. and now City are so dominant. They've never sort of met in the middle, have they? Really?
No.
So then,
In our game,
yeah,
there's always animosity on the pitch, no matter who the players are. That it gets transferred to the pitch. You know, Xhaka running around kicking the fuck out of everyone. This year we'll probably have Romero taking people out. It could be carnage.
Well,
that's
think
where
of the game last season. The last season, that win 3-0, which did it in the end. But Arsenal and manager Arteta, they're gonna want to smash Spurs. They're gonna want to say, look, we are the better team. That game was a
that was brutal, wasn't it? That was a brutal.
Yeah, I think that one was an Arteta fuck up. That game. His instruction was obviously to wind up Son, wasn't it? Obviously, it was we can get to Son, we can wind him up, and he fucked that up because Rob Holding took it too literally and decided to just fucking.
Well, look at it when we came to you lot with Nuno picked a midfield three of Højbjerg and Dombele and Dele Alli, which basically meant Højbjerg. Everyone else was fucked off up the pitch, like the poor fucker was like running at him like 4 players running past him.
Yeah.
Poor fucker, and then we got trunched.
But yeah, I can't see if you carry on with that 2 in midfield. No matter what 2 you put in, I can't see you be able to cope with our midfield. The way you drops players in there, takes Zinchenko into the middle, and
so what are Arsenal playing in the middle at the moment? Are they playing 3 or what? Are they?
No, they play 2. They play Xhaka and Partey, but it seems to be as soon as the ball goes over the halfway line, because Ben White's playing right back and Zinchenko left back, they drop in to the midfield next to Xhaka just then goes, and we have sort of like five attacking players.
Yeah, but you start with 3 in there, don't you? Because you got Xhaka, Partey, and Odegaard. So you start with a 3.
Yeah. Sorry, Odegaard plays.
It sort of rotates a bit in between, but you've always got 3 in there per se.
Yeah,
Odegaard. We start with a 2, and we've always got a fucking 2. Sometimes Kane drops in, but
I get what you mean. I don't know. I mean, some games like the game against Wolves, right? First half, completely outpassed and out. But the second half, it was the same 2 in there, but suddenly they were dominating more. It's weird, isn't it? It's like they pushed up the pitch higher.
Changes, the teams come up, we compressed them a bit.
Kane dropped a bit deeper, I heard.
It was I think for Wolves, it was one of them typical half-time come at the wrong time, didn't it?
Yeah.
They would have preferred to just carry on for the 90 minutes without a break because they were dominating, weren't they, really?
Yeah, but I think we took all their best punches. It was looking like Wolves. They'd be all night and not score because they just didn't have the firepower.
Bit like watching Anthony Joshua, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have Basuma in there. I'd have Basuma. He would be my first.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think
I'm hoping that he's going to get in there and start. I don't mind who else with either the other 2, but I think he's the.
I think it probably depends on who you're playing, doesn't it? If you're playing a better side, you'd go Basuma, Højbjerg, and then sort of change it from there. But if you're playing one of the lesser sides, you'd go Basuma, Bentancur, wouldn't you? Because Bentancur is more of you get the attacks going, no?
I'd go Basuma Bentancur personally. I mean, Højbjerg gets a lot of stick off the fan base, which I don't know why, because he's doing what he's been asked to do, and he's playing in a system where he's outnumbered all the time, and most of the players are better than him. What more do you want the geezer to do? Well, what he will give you is 100%, and he's a solid pro. And quite often last season he was like when Bentancur first came into the team. Bentancur has that ability to go missing in games. He passes by. And then Højbjerg's fucking doing everyone's job. Do you know what I mean? He gets a real grief in the fan base, and I cannot understand for the life of me why. Because if he weren't there, we'd miss him. There's no saying he's not a world beater.
Yeah.
But you ask him to do too. Yeah, I don't understand it.
Too harsh.
What? Because people Skip's better. For me, Skip's not better. There's a reason why
Who's better? I've got a question, man. Who's better, Højbjerg or Xhaka?
Xhaka for me.
Højbjerg or Xhaka?
Yeah, whoever.
A lot of our fans don't like Xhaka, but I think he's a good player.
Yeah, he has his moments where he just loses his head, and it's that's the thing. You always know around the corner with Xhaka, he's always got an element for a red card.
Oh, Nanny.
I'd rather have Højbjerg, to be honest. That's not a Spurs thing. That's because
But
Højbjerg's more
I think
consistent, better defensively, don't get sent off.
Yeah, but I do think there's slightly different players. I would say sort of Højbjerg is your defensive midfielder. That is his role. He breaks up play. Whereas I see Xhaka for me is more of not as good, obviously, but he's more like a Xabi Alonso player. He sits deeper, but he's more of a passer rather than a ball winner.
Xhaka's been given the freedom to go up front more now that Partey just sits in the midfield now.
Yeah, he looks quite good going forward, to be fair to him.
I think
Højbjerg does have a pass on him, though. He does pick a pass, Højbjerg, too.
Yeah, he's got a good pass, Xhaka.
He has a goal as well sometimes.
He's not a mug. He's a good player, Xhaka. He has his moments where he lets the team down. And, you know,
the tough one, isn't it? It's the tough one to decide who's the better player, isn't it? Really, it's a really
Højbjerg does score a few goals actually.
Yeah, Højbjerg's quite good technically as well. I think he's underrated technically. He's not amazing, but you don't pay for Pep Guardiola and be too Bob. You know? I mean, Pep, he played in Munich's midfield. And
then you look at matching Partey versus Basuma. Who's the better player? Again,
Partey. But problem Partey, he's never fit. If he could stay, I see a stat that said in like the 4 years he was at Atletico, he missed 8 games through injury. But Arsenal, if he's played 25 games in one season, I'd be surprised. He just always seems to be injured. I don't know what it is.
I remember you slating him. What are you talking about? Telling me what a waste of money he was and all that.
Well, yeah, because he never fit.
After all your fans are doing a silly dance outside the Emirates with him and making a song about the cunt.
We're going to party hard, mate.
Yeah, and all that shit. Yeah, all dancing like a load of brats.
I can't cope with that, man. What is that about?
I'm thankful we ain't got it, yeah, because that'd be stamped out a bit lively. Thankful we ain't got none of that shit.
You haven't got that sort of class, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I won't call that class, mate. I won't call that class.
It's
silly fucking making a song about a signing like that, not in the crowd chant, full on music video as well.
I still like him. I think he's a good player, Partey.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, this geezer's shit. What a waste of money."
No, I think
Harry was. Don't let him tell you otherwise. He was like, this geezer's shit. What a fucking every shotgun is going into Rose Z and all that shit. What a cunt this is. And
yeah, to be fair, he has improved.
He has improved.
I do think if we're really gonna challenge, I think maybe we can do better. But but again, is it one of them that because
different levels as well? Different levels as well. He's playing in Spain. It's a slower game. The Premiership, the Premiership is 100 miles an hour. So for him to adapt as well, it takes time for all these players to adapt. But he has been very injured. He has been injury prone.
Yeah, I think you're right.
More experience if he can get one thing.
20 games in a row, I think you might start seeing how sort of the player he
the thing is with Basuma was what you know is if we can get him going, he can run a midfield, he can run a game. Even against the best, he does it.
Yeah,
again, would you say they're the same player? Would same sort of player, Partey and Basuma?
No,
defensive
I think
midfielder.
Basuma's box to box, isn't he?
More box to box.
Yeah. Basuma's box to box. If he gets going, Basuma can run a game. I think Partey could probably be more of a brick wall, but Basuma can actually run a game.
Can do a bit more.
I think what's the name? Basuma has got more sort of all-round ability.
Yeah.
He can go past the player. He can pass. He can. Whereas I do think Partey is just a defensive midfielder.
Don't know about that, though.
But he is solid.
What I'd like to see is Basuma in a three. If we have a midfield three and one of them Basuma, then I think we're talking a different animal. But we can't do that at the moment because we've only got 3 fucking midfielders. So we need to get the checkbook account and start buying some.
Well, you got Harry Winks, mate.
Oh,
Skip.
You got Skip, yeah.
The thing is for Skip, I think it's okay. I think the fan base well overrate him, but he's another injury now, and then there'll be another one. I heard last year that his injury was really bad and he was fucked. And then obviously this is a different injury, but he's still sort of showing an injury proneness, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he hasn't even done a full year in the league yet. A lot of the fan base having a tug over him at Norwich, but then Norwich were the best team in the Championship last year. They come up and get battered and go straight back down again. The Championship, the Premiership, is a big difference. And then same with Romero. But Romero ain't done a proper full-on 38-game season yet. He had 2 big injuries last year. Now he just got another one.
He's another one that he can't string more than sort of 15 games together, can he?
Well, it depends if he's playing for Argentina or not, because these players never get injured when he's got international duty.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's odd, isn't it? But the one I want to see more of is Lokonga. I think he's a good player. I mean, and watching that All or Nothing,
He's only young.
Yeah, he was clearly upset last season after he started the season, then was sort of dropped out. But I think it's time for him to sort of step up to the plate. I think he can. He seems to be a good box to box. He can take players on. He can pass a ball. I think Europa League will be. He'll get every Europa League game hopefully, and let's see what he can do, and then try and force his way into the Premier League side.
Yeah, he's clearly there for the Europa games, and he's an exciting prospect. Again, and don't forget you've got this Fabio Vieira as well.
Yeah.
Who could look very good.
Vincent Kompany turned around and said that Lokonga was one of the most exciting young players he's seen. And he said he was very well. Obviously, when he was managing him, he said he was very much in the mould of Yaya Toure. And he said he had spoke to Pep and Arteta and said, "You got to sign this kid. He's going to be a good player." For someone like Kompany to say it must be. He's obviously played with all the best in the world. There must be something about the kid.
Yeah, no, clearly there is something there, and he's got to be given the opportunity. He's got to have a run of games as well, which is going to be quite difficult. But obviously we got Thursday nights, haven't we?
Hey!
What's Giuseppe saying? Yeah, I do want to see more of Vieira. I want to see what he's. I know he got his first game in the under 23s mould Vieira the other day, and he was on the bench when he didn't come on. But again, I think Thursdays is going to be the Europa League is going to be important for him to sort of get himself in. Because I think we were saying on the show last week, weren't we? We were saying I think going forward, Vieira is going to be the sort of person that will take Xhaka's role. If Xhaka's going to start playing so high up, Vieira from what he does, he scores goals, he gets assists. He's going to start playing a bit further forward, and I think he will be when Xhaka goes or leaves or whatever. I think Vieira would be his replacement.
What I will say about Europa League, I mean, it gets slagged off and everything else, and everyone wants to be in the Champions League. But I think there is the benefit for the Europa League. A lot of it is being able to sort of play these players. Let's be honest, if you was in the Champions League, you wouldn't be able to do. You probably Saka and Smith Rowe might not be in the team because they're still pretty prospects. Because are you playing them in the Champions League? No, you're not. Where you've had the Europa League, and what you're good at, I'll give you credit for, is using them players giving them the platform in that competition to then show what they can do, and you've reaped the benefits of that. You've probably got Saka, who's 60-70 million pound player now, and Smith Rowe, you could probably get 40 million. Probably.
What leg do you want for Saka for 60 million? What leg?
Oh, fuck off. Yeah. 60-70 million max, mate. Yeah.
No. What leg do you want? Because I hope he signs his new contract, though. This is going to be a worry. They're all confident.
Yeah. City, mate. City.
I think Pep's been on the old phone, I think.
That's the worrying thing.
But he's, to be fair to him, I think...
You've muted your mic, Dan.
Probably
you've muted your mic, mate. You've got
Sorry,
to
guys.
yourself.
I've been called. I've got to go. But
all right, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Dan.
Guys. Take care, boys. I'll speak to you on another one in the future.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely, mate.
See you later. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, no. I think if anyone's actually not been up to it this season, or I wouldn't say not been up to it, but has been sort of the worst player we've had on, it probably is Saka. It's for a player as good as he is, I think he's our best player we've got. Obviously, Jesus is but I think from the last couple of seasons, he's far and away better than the rest. Probably Jesus is probably up there.
He carried you last season, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, ridiculous. And for someone of, 20, just turned 20, 21, he's a ridiculous talent. but I think he's had a bit of a poor start. He needs to sort of step it up. Martinelli seems
I
to show
think
him.
your benefit for him is that he's not got any pressure now.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah.
Jesus who's come in and doing the business. But like I said, the Europa League, the benefit to that competition is you can do what you've done. Like I said, you probably think if you was in the Champions League, would Saka and Smith Rowe broken into the team now? I doubt it, because you wouldn't have. He's gone and all. You wouldn't have risked them, would you? You don't use the Champions League to try and get young players in and see what they can do.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think also what's quite good with the Europa League is,
and you got another year. You can do it all again this year.
well, yeah, you can pretty much get through to the quarterfinals, depending who you get, but you can pretty much get through to the quarterfinals playing the team that you're start from a match day. So your sort of Smith Rowes, your Nketiahs, and then from there they start taking a bit more serious. And as you say, it's a good learning curve for these players.
We tried to do it in the Conference League, but the players just didn't want to know.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it is a bit different because obviously the Europa League. I don't think it's half as bad as it's made out. I think UEFA are the biggest drivers are driving that league down than anyone. But the Conference League is like you go in places, you got to get a fucking plane there, then you got to get a bus, then you got to get another bus, then you got to get an horse to get to the fucking stadium. Do you know what I mean?
Playing more in front of like a Sunday League pitch,
15 people. Yeah, the old dog and duck, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, the players turn up in their overalls and shit. So the players don't get motivated to play in it, but they should do really because that was their chance to shine. And it was unfair on the young kids who were put in like Dane Scarlett, and then the rest of you got players like Celso and a Ndombele player who just can't be bothered, and it was a real shame.
But yeah, I think it would actually. I'd be quite disappointed if we don't make semi-finals, finals of the Europa League this year, and probably win it. Honestly, I'll be disappointed. I think I can't see many teams coming into that are going to be better than us.
Well, Champions League dropouts, mate.
Yeah, but again,
you get a big boy.
Yeah, who though?
Who did you have last year? Who knocked you out last year? Villarreal, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was just a fucking an Emery special, wasn't it?
Good evenings.
Good evening. Yeah.
Yeah, but so in the cup game, on any game,
I don't know. I don't even know who's in this Europa Cup.
Roma. So you don't want to get Jose's Roma. You know they'll turn you over.
No, he'll just be sitting behind the ball, and he won't come out of his own half.
Yeah, but he'll turn you over. He'll nick the one. That's all he needs to do, mate. Man United are in it.
Yeah, well, they'll be scrapping relegation fight, man. They got time.
Yeah. No, time for a Europa Cup.
I don't know who else has any other big guns in it. I don't even know.
So.
You'll find out that your draw's on Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's what Dan said. Friday.
Yeah. Well, we got Thursday. Any time you see us on telly on a Thursday, mate. Then you get the big dropouts. Saka's actually valued at 80 million. So yeah, wasn't that far off. Spurs will be a dropout team. Well, who knows? Depends on the group, innit?
That'd be a nice final, wouldn't it?
Cool, can you imagine it?
You know, North London derby out in I think it's in Poland. Where is it? It's Bucharest, isn't it?
Bucharest, Romania, yeah.
Yeah, so
Romania, isn't it?
Imagine the waif and strays in North London going out of there for the final. Fucking hell. The old Bill will be on. Love that, wouldn't they?
Fucking hell.
Old truncheons would be out, wouldn't they? Fucking hell.
Cool, just about. But no, it all depends on the group. To be honest, I love getting a big group in the Champions League. I think it's great because you've got to play these teams at some point if you want to go anywhere in it. So to get them in the group, do it. Yeah, when we I think 1 year we normally do well in the groups, no matter who we get. I remember, I think we had Real Madrid and Dortmund was a group of death, and then we fucking won that group.
Well,
yeah.
The last time Tottenham were in that was such a nightmare. That Champions League. Oh my God, we were saved by the skin of our balls from when Liverpool done us a right favour. I would have never lived that way. No, it was such a nightmare. That
was going to be the worst day of his life, mate. Don't worry about that.
Horrible, that was.
It's lucky you had Sissoko, wasn't it?
The Man City game as well was just awful. Man City game, when we thought they won it as well, when Aguero scored, didn't they? And it was disallowed.
I did. I was like, I went.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
That was one of the first sort of toenail offside, wasn't it? And it was a toenail. Fucking hell.
And the Ajax game was just awful.
I was just nuts, mate. I was tearing around my living room.
Yeah.
And I thought we were dead and buried.
Yeah. So did I.
Yes. Right. I think on that note, boys, I think we'll call it a night.
Wrap it up, as I say.
Wrap it up. That's it.
All right, it's been good.
Andy, thanks for coming on, mate.
Cheers for that,
No
mate.
worries.
Stick joining the stream. We'll do another live one again soon.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I'll try and pump it a little bit and see if we can.
Yeah, appreciate that, mate.
A few more people to come on. All right, boys.
All right,
Love
good night,
you,
mate.
mate.
Take care of yourself. Look after
Bye.
yourself, mate. Bye.
See you later.
And see you later, everyone else. Come back here next week. Yeah. Cheers, Zep. See you later,
Stay
Dan.
safe out there, just Debbie.
Thank you, anyone else. Thank you, everyone else who joined in or even watched. See you soon.
See you later.